Hello, dear Pisces, and welcome to your reading for the month of April 2018. Just by looking at the cards, I can see you only have two cards that belong to the Minor Arcana, and the rest of them are Major Arcana. So I'm thinking the month of April will be a very consequential one for you. It will have long-lasting events. All the things that you do this month will have a long-lasting effect in your life. So I separated your reading into two rows so they would fit while filming. So far you have the King of Wands, 11 Justice, 16 Tower, 9 of Cups, 2 the High Priestess, 12 the Hanged Man, 7 Chariot, and 4 the Emperor. So far you have a lot of a big number of cards that came out because this story is a bit complicated, and you will see why. Let's go through the cards one by one, and I will tell you how this relates to you and how this relates to you and your significant other if you're in a relationship or involved with someone. So, the King of Wands here. Well, this person is a very passionate person. This is a passionate king. If you embody this energy, I'm thinking that your masculine side, the one that the energy that you use to express your will in the world. So this is a very capable king. He can bring about many good things in the life of those around him. This may be referring to work projects. This may mean that you are the person in your family's life or in your group of close ones that actually gets the job done. He is a very action-based ruler. He is also a very passionate lover. As I said, he is a skilled lover. So let's see what happens to your masculine energy here. After the King of Wands, we have 11, the Justice card. So I'm thinking that there is this moment coming, this situation in your life where you either have to pay justice to another person or to yourself. If there's any type of imbalance, injustice in your life, it will reach this tipping point where something has to change or something has to give. In the Justice card, you can see the two columns here, the white one and the black one, which is a bit off because the white one is on the left side and the black one is on the right side. So if you have been playing the wrong role in a way, or you're in a situation that does you injustice, or there's no need for you to be there, things will get shaken up by a situation coming to an end because it is imbalanced. You can see the symbol of the two scales here. It symbolizes the sign of Libra. You may be dealing with a Libra in your life. Now, with justice, you have this duality idea that's propagated here. You also have 11. If you add the two up, you have 2. So it's this duality idea here between the light and the dark, the white and the black. The good tribe that's trying to, throw seeds on the ground, to grow things. It's a peaceful tribe. And at the opposite end, you have the conquerors, the nomads, those that swoop in serving death. You can see the skulls pretty clearly here at the base of this column. Now, another idea here is with the cycles of nature, that the justice has one one hand missing, and it holds a pomegranate, which is full of seeds on the inside. So it ties into nature's cycles, that you need death in order to grow new things. In order to maintain life, have life sprouting forward, you need a sacrifice to make for this new life. So I don't want to talk about I don't want to scare you, first of all, and I don't want to talk about lower vibrating energies, but if there's any way that you have an imbalance, maybe in your diet, maybe inside of yourself, where you're bickering with yourself, or you have maybe an hormonal imbalance or any of the sorts, if your life is unbalanced in in any way, I think now it will come to your awareness that you need to change something for yourself, your body, your spirit to flourish. Okay, you also have here the wheel of karma, that the wheel of dharma that spins. I'm sorry, I had to pause because I have a terrible cough. So you have the wheel of karma, dharma here. They're not the same thing. You can Google them up and see the difference. But you have this wheel of life spinning. So where there has been some injustice in your life, if you can think back, just like the king of wands is looking back towards his past, you can clearly see that there is a situation that needs to be changed now. Justice must be served by means of a sacrifice. Let's take the health example for a change. If you know that you've been eating too much processed foods or sugar or whatever it is that you deem as being a bad element in your nutrition, maybe now it's the time that you sacrifice that thing in order for you to have a healthier body. But if you were to take this and relate it to the outside world and other people, maybe you were doing something that was unjust towards another person, and now you need to balance the scales, because it's, why do it? the Justice card symbolizes that there is imbalance, and we always need to tend to go towards balance. Okay, but you have many things in your life that get out of balance at certain points. And why do we need to experience this, like the dark side? Because you need to see how bad it can be outside of that balance. Good. So something with your male energy is out of balance, and it needs to be balanced. Maybe you have been fulfilling a certain role here that was unhealthy. So anyway, your masculine side needs to go through this portal right here, because 1-1, the 2 columns, it's like a portal that you need to go through. There's no going back after you passed it. You cannot go back to the way things were in the past, but you need to go through it nonetheless. So I would say have courage, but this is a very fiery, courageous king. He is. It can represent the fire signs like Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and they're very passionate signs. So your male side, or although you're a Pisces, you represent water. Maybe you have your masculine side being like this towards the outer world. And after your masculine side passes through this portal where things need to change, you have 16, the Tower. And 1 + 6 is 7, so 7 are usually challenges. After passing through the Justice, where it's brought to your attention that you need to fix this situation, the House of Cards falls down. Maybe this is representative of your rulership. Maybe it's a relationship where you feel established in. It may be I usually see the Tower and the Tower card as being our personal comfort zone. You arrange things in such a way, you build this up brick by brick until you understand your boundaries in a way, defined by the comforts that you surround yourself with. So this thing that you have built here, your comfort zone, your boundaries, a relationship with another person, a project that you had going on, that you're working on, this needs to fall. It may be the fact that you have been manifesting yourself very feisty to the exterior world, and that needs to change with you. Please leave me down in the comments what the Tower actually represents for you. And it is falling down now in this very consequential month of April. So no one, if you look closely, no one gets out of this situation. So there's nowhere to hide, nowhere to run, nowhere to go as to avoid this. It is necessary. This is evolution, okay? This person here is tested. He needs to go, it's like the hero's journey, that he needs to pass through this portal in order to bring down this old structure. This is something that you have been giving resources to, your time, your energy, your attention, and this thing is outdated. You need to tear it down so you can build up new things. Maybe you had very strong boundaries towards the outside world or towards someone else, and there's no getting away from this situation. Now you can clearly see here, okay, we focused, great. You can clearly see here that there is a person with his stick, okay, that is holding these people at, I would say, gunpoint, but don't think like that. They're here, they're not getting away, okay. And you also have on the Justice card these skulls here, and this person is also hooded, okay. So something is dying here. This is very consequential, this is very important, like no one can escape from this situation that is brought about by divine intervention. And there's also a bell here, so you can clearly hear this event may be very it has a sound to it, so it will resonate with you. It can be heard. It's like you can hear the effects of it. This person here is falling. In classical tarot, you have the tower in the middle and two people falling on each side. So they're falling down from this tower that they had built. This type of card may refer to, with the Justice here, it may refer to lies, deceptions, leading someone into having a wrong idea or impression about something. And here it's like you get a reality check, a very cold shower from the universe, from the divine, that is throwing you out of this because you cannot evolve here anymore. This is like the end point. Okay, you cannot build a higher tower than this, and you're stuck there just doing nothing, protecting this comfort zone that you have. You cannot go on doing that which you have done, you were used to do up until now. So this is massive change. Be ready for this and also welcome it because it's healthy. I think you will have less of troubles or worries after this event. If it relates to health habits or eating habits or you and another person, this thing will be healthy. I think it relates very strongly to those of you that are dealing with someone, because you have here two columns, and this also looks like a column at a larger scale. So these are 3 columns here. And you also have the King of Wands with the person in the Tower card holding sticks and the flash, and also this rotating wheel here. I can only think of those things that you put on top of rooftops that actually get struck by lightning bolts. So, and the lightning bolts come from this very high up elevated place. So here I think you're acting like no, the universe or the divine will strike you like a lightning rod with awareness, with yeah, with awareness. And I don't think awareness is appreciated as much as it should be. I don't want to say it should be, but it's a great thing to have awareness. It's like you're not blind to the light. You're not blind like the justice. Every statue that you will see in the world with the idea of justice, you will see a lady holding these scales and being blindfolded because she doesn't want to judge upon the situation. It's like this is a person that cannot see nuances. It's either white or it's black. So this is quick judgment, like thunder. Maybe your masculine side acts like this, like it's thunder. Maybe you have been striking others like thunder with your actions, with the things that you think or feel and express on them. So this outer shell, this old structure needs to go. Okay, so after the Tower card, you have Nine of Wands, which doesn't really surprise me because now you've ridden yourself of this dead old structure, this old way of thinking, this thing that was taking very much of your energy. Because literally think about it, how would it be if you would actually own a tower? You would have to have a lot of resources as to take care of it, to provide security, maintenance for it, and so on and so forth. But now that you have this old structure gone, like your masculine side doesn't need this anymore, okay? Or maybe this way of expressing your masculine side is no longer up to date with the current times, with your current situation, and it needs to crumble down a bit. Maybe it is your ego. Yeah, I think it's your ego in a way. I somehow tied to the masculine side. I don't know why, or your masculine side ego needs to go because it's either not healthy or it's making you act unjust towards others. Now the Nine of Cups. I would expect to get this type of card after this sort of structure is gone, because you find yourself with so much energy now, with so many resources on your hands that are not being drained into that tower, that now you have many wishes, many ideas, many emotional hopes. And why I say emotional, because because cups usually deal with water, the representative of the water element, and the water element speaks to emotions. Also in the card you can see the moon here in the background. The moon also talks about emotions, and there's a very clear bond here between the moon and the water element, because you know the moon usually has an effect on we have on the tides, artificial light, and our bodies are very much off their normal cycles. We are not on the same timeline with nature, because we do many things like stay up after sundown because we have artificial lights. We don't eat in season. We do many things that put our bodies out of cycle with nature. So the Knight of Cups, maybe you have a lot of ideas now of how to nurture yourself. What are your emotional needs? You're getting very, very clear here. And I think you have a lot of emotional wishes, because here you have a Gemini. It's like a spirit. It's like a lamp spirit here that came to answer your call, to grant you wishes, and not only one wish but many. And also you can see here there's a tiny fish that's sticking its head up like the goldfish. So you have this wish idea reinforced twice here. Also you're Pisces and you have your ruling planet here, the moon. And so far I mentioned the fire element there in the King of Wands card. That may signify that you're dealing, or you have in your chart planets in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. There you have Libra in the Justice card, or your partner may be a Libra, or you may have important planets in Libra. And here you have Pisces, that's you, and Gemini. So your masculine side went through justice and this tearing down of an old structure, and now you have a lot of ideas, feelings, wishes, hopes and dreams. The Knight of Cups is tied to the Hermit energy, but this is more of a feminine, emotional type of Hermit energy. The Hermit usually is a person that goes into a cave, so he shuns away from civilization. He's mostly single, and he needs to look on the inside of himself to find greater knowledge. So this is happening here with the Nine of Cups. And again, it's a normal thing to expect after going through this, that you would retract a bit from the world. Even if you're a very extrovert person, you may need some time off as to digest this situation. After the Nine of Cups, with embodying the Hermit energy here, the emotional Hermit energy, you have this High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is a very sensitive being, because she resonates with the messages from the divine. She can feel the energies around her. She has the black and the white integrated inside of her. Again, it's 2. You had the Justice being 11. That's 1 plus 1 is 2. So it relates to the High Priestess. This is your feminine inside, I'm thinking. And it's like this radio. You're a radio for higher frequencies. It's somehow expected for Pisces to get this energy, because you as a star sign embody this alien-like creature that can tap into other dimensions and bring back knowledge from those dimensions. You can also see the moon here. So this is a very emotional card that ties into your sign. as I was saying, she has the black and the white integrated inside of her. She has this, I don't know if you know, but on very old monuments you can see this pine cone figure that symbolizes knowledge, and in older times it was a metaphor for the pineal gland, which is our third eye. So if you do pineal meditation, it can maybe help you listen better to other dimensions, or what the universe or the divinity is trying to tell through you in a way. And here on the right you can see the egg, which is a symbol for female fertility. You also have a child here. The High Priestess in classical tarot is pregnant, but here we see she already has the child. This fertility idea is reinforced by this cape in the back with pomegranates on it, like in the Justice card you had here the fertility, and now you have it here, and with the baby, and also here. So I'm thinking here you're very fertile with emotional ideas, wishes, things that you want to create. It's like you're getting clear upon what fulfills you emotionally. Maybe up until now you have been expressing your will out in the world, but now it's time for that part of you to get torn down in a way, for you to get clear. Just listen to the inside of yourself as to get these messages, or listen to yourself. Get to know yourself. What do you want to express in this life emotionally? Do you want a family? Do you want a relationship? If you want a relationship, what type of relationship do you have? Do you have or want, or what are the things that actually resonate with you regarding regarding your emotional watery part? The High Priestess usually and the Moon, they both talk about secrets. So there are things that you may find out in the month of April, or you may be telling the truth about certain things that you have kept hidden up until now. But it's not that you would go and broadcast this somewhere like a radio, like the antenna that your masculine side symbolized. It's more about getting very clear on your inside, what it is that you want. With the Hermit card here and the High Priestess, I'm getting the idea that this is something happening on your inside just for you. You need to take this knowledge and actually integrate it in your life. It's like the beacon of light that you will hold in front of you to guide you, to tell you where you need to go. And you can, this High Priestess, she doesn't have a facial expression. She looks like she turned to stone here. But we know that stones vibrate at a very high frequency, and it's like you're gonna vibrate at a higher frequency with these wishes that you have. Okay, this is another portal. It's like your masculine side went through this portal, your feminine side is going through this portal here. So you have some sort of interdimensional traveling here in a way, The sign of Pisces is symbolized by two fishes swimming in a circle and swimming around. So both your masculine side and your feminine side are going through this door. If for the masculine side he had to tear down an old thing about it, here your feminine side needs to get very clear, needs to go on the inside and listen to the wants and needs that you have in your body. Maybe you need to be nourished, maybe you need to be hugged, maybe someone needs to give you a pat on the back. But here it talks about just this process of going inside of you, seeing the signs, like these runes on the columns, reading the signs inside of you. Why am I always doing that? It's because I need this, or I haven't achieved that, or maybe I should stop doing the other thing. And I think you will be very guided by the pulls of the moon, maybe going through a full moon and new moon, things being started, revealed, coming to a close, and all those lunar cycles. It seems very fertile here, the whole process that your feminine side is going through. And then you have the Hanged Man. So if your masculine side was a bit torn apart and now you don't have your feisty side to come and take care of your feminine side, because you're like a matryoshka doll, that your feminine side, your beautiful inside, sits on the interior and at the exterior towards the outer world, you manifest this King of Wands type of attitude. So now with your bodyguard gone, you're left exposed in a way. You retract, yes, here with the Hermit energy. It's like you're not going out so often anymore because you need to listen to yourself, meditate on this. Again, it is to be expected to get this type of card, the Hanged Man. This here is a very fragile creature. Maybe it doesn't like bright lights so much for now, or being open and getting everyone's energy, because you know, when you're around people you can get polluted with their energy on you. Maybe it's bad energy, or even if it's good energy, maybe it's too excited for you, or it's too agitated in a way. And just because what was usually on the inside now has a chance to come forward, it's like this creature needs a shell. It's too early for the chick to come out of its shell. So it's like you're a backwards butterfly of some sort. You're a beautiful emotional butterfly here, and it's like you're going into a cocoon. 12, the Hanged Man. 1 + 2 is free, and free is a symbol for, you know, it's actually a trinity of some sort. And if your masculine side had to deal with these free towers here, 3 columns, he went through the portal and had to break down the tower. Here it's like you are holding yourself in suspension, because this is very funny as it is. These are the roots and these are the branches. So this card is actually like so. So I'm seeing you being strapped here for your own protection. You're cocooning here. You're going on the inside for butterfly is in its cocoon when it hasn't come out of its cocoon. It's like the whole body is digesting itself and rearranging into a butterfly. So it's not a worm, I forgot and it's also not a maggot, so I forgot how it's called. The thing that, a caterpillar, let's say it's a caterpillar. Before it goes into this, maybe it has been so, and here it's digesting itself because it's getting very clear on what it wants to be from now on. So here it's like liquid on the inside, for, you know, it's brought to this state as to rearrange, and I don't know how that would feel. But here you have the element of water, and there are 9 cups. It's like these wishes, hopes, and dreams are the liquid inside of you that are changing you. And you can also see the signs. You can be here like this because it may be safe for your emotional state, for your current emotional state. It may be very healthy for you to be like so. Just listen to your inside, give yourself time. If you're rearranging your life like this, if you're going through such events, you being a Pisces, it's normal for you to be so. Just to clear yourself of energies, to understand the messages that are coming to you, and to get clear upon what waters you want to swim now, what emotional waters do you need in your life. So it is very pretty what's happening here. If you're involved with someone else, I think that they're going through this emotional transformation, or you are going through this emotional transformation. You're maybe dealing with a fire sign that's going through this justice, like the old way that they have treated you is going away, or the old way that you have been treating a certain person needs to stop, like now, in a flash moment. And you're going through this emotional transformation. It's like, if I'm done with this type of relationship or this type of behavior, what now? Because I can't create so much beautiful things around me, or a healthier relationship. But you need to sit with yourself now and just feel how it feels on the inside of your body, how your emotions feel, and see what it is that you want to birth forward. Okay, so here you have a lot of stagnation in a way. This king is on his throne, he's sitting. This is just a judgment call, and here you have action, like in a flash. This is very fast action. Then you have a lot of stagnation here with this process, where it's like a washing machine for your emotions. It's like you're going through this emotional portal. There's no going back from it. There isn't. Because this type of situation gives you experience, and once you have the experience, there's no going back to the less informed you. Only if you would choose to, you know, not hear, not see, not not react here, like the Hanged Man. With the Hanged Man here and the High Priestess, with all this mystery here that I told you, that the High Priestess talks about secrets coming out, it may be these two may symbolize like you also not wanting to see the reality. It's like the masculine side there sees the reality here. They can clearly see it, hear it, feel it, it will do a number on them. But here it's like you could be at risk of not wanting to face up to a certain reality. It's like, I don't want to see, I don't want to hear, I don't want to feel, I don't want to go through this is very painful, this is horrible to be disintegrated like this, cell by cell, and be rearranged into something new. But just go through this process. Also, your masculine side or the other person needs to go through this. It's like you're going through two portals. The masculine is also going through that portal, and the feminine is going through that portal. It's very hard for the both of them. So this can relate to you if it's talking just about your energy, or it also relates to you if you're in a love relationship or involved with another person. And after this whole long journey of interdimensional travel, okay, you get your fishes together, both your fishes that are swimming around in different dimensions. And after the tearing down of this hard shell, and after being rearranged into this beautiful being, it's like you get the show on the road, because you have 7, the Chariot. And yes, 7 usually symbolizes trials, tests. This is a very happy card because you passed the test here. You're just gonna spring forward. 7, the Chariot. You have 2 references here. It's like you have Sagittarius and also Cancer. This lotus flower here symbolizes that gooey, lovable inside that Cancer usually has under that somewhat hard exterior, hard emotional exterior. So you have them both together here. It's like you have this this feminine side that has transformed into a butterfly. Okay, this is the inside that's being dragged along by the one who drives this carriage, your fiery side. You can clearly see this is a reference to a fiery sign, like this can be Sagittarius. This also alludes to Sagittarius. So the High Priestess in you is dragged along by the King of Wands that's driving this carriage, and it is moving forward, but you're now in new forms. You don't look like this anymore, neither do you look like this anymore. This is fast action. This is you moving with great speed, shooting out with light, with ideas, with a new thing that's propelling you forward. And we have talked about the idea of seeds because it's here in the High Priestess with the fertility, the child here, and also the pomegranate in the back. So these are emotional seeds and wishes. And here you also have the pomegranate on the Justice card, which alludes to seeds. So you have a lot of star seeds here, because the Chariot is also like making a wish upon a star and going with it. It's like a wish come true because you're traveling to do that one thing. You may be traveling in the month of April, but I think this refers more to traveling in your mind, in your emotions. It's like you're being put on fire with all these emotional seeds here. You're very fertile. And it's normal coming from these cards here, like with the stagnation and the bringing down. It's like you're gonna travel so lightweight with yourself, within yourself. You just need your beautiful inside. You need to know that you're worthy of things. And now you have so many wishes, not just the biggest one, like your life path, but you also have many other small ideas and wishes that you're gonna spring forward to do them and manifest them. It's like you're traveling lightweight, you're free here, and you're moving quickly towards this new thing that you want to start. And I see you this also may symbolize for couples. This may symbolize that you're a very great you make a very great team together, because you come so beautifully together, and you can just go out and make your life happen now. And you're moving with great haste towards the Emperor. 4, the Emperor. 4 is a very stable number, but it can also symbolize square-headed, square-minded person. The Emperor is a sort of ruler that doesn't need much to rule, because he fights for nature, he fights for the natural things. He's a protector of nature. It's like a shaman in a way. It's a horned creature, it's a horned ruler, that meaning it can resemble an Aries, Taurus, or Capricorn person. Or you may have very important planets in these signs, and maybe this is the energy that you want to embody at the end of April. You're going through all this process just to get here, because you can be like this. This is a sexual energy. This is a very capable lover. This is a great ruler. He also takes care of nature. It's a great masculine energy to have, and it's from the Major Arcana. So I'm thinking somehow you want to work yourself up to this point, that you want to be like this, that you don't need much, and just fighting for the things that you love and you deem worthy, living in accordance with nature. If you're facing some sort of health issue in the month of April with these cards, it may be at the end of April that you actually find a true balance way to handle your body or your issues, your addictions, thing of the sorts. If you're in a romantic relationship, this whole story can be about how you're gonna transform as to catch up to this person. It's like you have a masculine side that may be feisty, and you have a very emotional, beautiful inside that you don't let itself express in the world. And you're going through these major changes just to catch up to this person, because I'm seeing him look forward with the stick in his hand, and he's a great ruler. He also has some fire here in the background. This may be earth fire energy person, and he's looking forward, so he may be waiting on you also to catch up, because this is the last card in the reading, and we don't know at what he is looking at. Maybe it's not even important, because another card didn't pop up to show what he was looking at. So he may be waiting on you. He's like ready to go, ready to step out the door, but he's sitting there not walking. He's sitting on his throne, just waiting for you to catch up to him, because you need to go together on a journey. He wants to be your co-ruler. in a way. If you're not involved with anyone, this may be that image of you that you wanted to realize for certain years. Maybe you see yourself on the inside like this, but you never managed to manifest it or embody it 100%. So this is a certain type of self-mastery, and I wish you all the luck in getting to this place here. It looks very healthy. So thank you, Pisces. We will see each other in the month of May. Goodbye.